Hey y'all, this James with $1,000,000 Barbecue Sauce slash cooking. How everyone doing on this beautiful Monday? Yes, easy Monday. I don't have anything going on, but like I say, it's 7:30, and y'all see right here, I have a 17-pound brisket right here. I had one of our followers call me. He said, "Hey man, I got a brisket for you. I'm gonna keep it in the freezer, and you can have it." So I decided to go pick it up. And like I say, it's 17.2. That's what they come up with, 17. Just say 17 pounds. So when I took it out the, bag like it usually be, it'd be all crunched up, you can't see what's going on. Say, man, this is a nice brisket. And it is a nice brisket, but right here, you can see that got a big piece right here. And I think maybe when it went through the machine or something, they cut it down in there. But, I can't cook it. I don't want to cook it like that. So I want to just even everything out. And it's kind of got a big piece of fat right here. I'll probably just trim it down. Let me show you. Right here. It's got a, see how that is right there? And what I do, I just cut that, cut it down a little bit. I'm gonna have to, just to even it out. But it's a nice 17-pound brisket, like you say. Anything, 17 pounds and lower, it's easy to handle. Just make sure you have the room, turn it around, which we do. It's no problem. But I am gonna start. Just make sure you have some sharp knives and everything, y'all. But I had thought about trying to trim it with some scissors. Let's see. We're just going to do a few different things here. Let's see if we can trim this brisket with the scissors. With this piece right here, this little piece right here. See if we can cut it, I know I have some a knife that will. So let's just see what's going on. There's nothing wrong with trying different things, y'all. But you got to make sure you have some sharp scissors, But see right there, that's probably what, 1/4 of a pound, man, or less, So, but you got to do it if you want your brisket, to cook evenly. And man, I hate it, but that's how it go. But let me see right here. I'm gonna do it. Just even that baby out a little bit right there. You can, if you got some sharp scissors, use them. It's left up to what time you have. I'm not in over here. I have all day, So let me see here. I just want to even it out. But like I say, you just have to make sure you have some sharp scissors. And what I want to do, I want to kind of even it out because I don't want the salt and seasoning to get up under there, y'all. So eventually, I might be able to come back with my little trimming knife here. Okay, I don't need scissors no more right now. Just put that over there. Let me see if I can just kind of, just level that off like that, y'all. You're right there on the side. Let's clear it off. I like a smooth brisket, man. When you get it, you don't have to worry about it. You just trim it just a little bit. But like I say, it was toe up right there, just a little bit. Let me get my scissors again. I want it to be nice, man. It's like cutting your hair. You want it to be nice. But I think that'll be all right. Okay, let's go with that, y'all. All right, let me see here. That don't look bad. I'm gonna leave that like that. I got a little fat over here on the side. Okay. Y'all, let's see if I'm gonna turn this over. See right here? I wanna try to get this piece off right here. Let me see here if I can get that piece off. I don't know, it might be just fine, y'all, if I leave it like that. But I'm gonna get this piece off right here. Let's see what we can do with it. Yeah. Okay, just a piece of fat, y'all. That's all it is. Most times, like this brisket, 17 pounds. It depends. I might end up with about maybe 15. Might end up cutting about 2 pounds. Maybe not that. It's not really bad. It's just that big piece we had to cut off the top there. And we got a lot of fat there. I'll trim it a little bit. Let me see here, y'all. Just trim it a little bit. What I'm gonna do is just round it up. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good, man. I might end up cutting too much meat on that, baby. And dang, what you do there, boy? Okay, that's just a little fat. I got some meat on there, but we good. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna hurt y'all. Okay, let me come back on this side and just try to trim it up, y'all. What I want to do is just come around and get that little piece off. Yeah, see, it's just hanging on there. Okay. Just come around like a little circle. Okay. Looks pretty good there. Not bad. Okay. Let me turn this back over a little bit here. Let me try to get this piece off right here. A piece of meat. Hate doing it, but you know, sometimes that's what you got to do to make it right. If not, you know, just throw it on there if you want to. Just throw it on the smoker like it is. And I'm gonna try that one day. I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna go buy me a brisket. I'm just gonna throw it on the pit. I've been saying that for years, and I have never did it. You know, it's hard. But sometimes, you know, on these briskets, you try to become a perfectionist. Yeah. And what I'll do, I'll probably come back later and season it, y'all. Okay, I got a little fat right here, y'all. I'm gonna try to get that off. Got a big piece right there. Just go down there and get it off. Just make sure you have a sharp knife. This is pretty sharp. Okay, now, y'all, I'm gonna turn it towards me. I got a little bit I want to get off right here. I'll leave a little bit on top. It ain't gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt anything. You know, you do your brisket the way you want to do it. You know, you just trying different things. That's all you gotta do, and eventually you're gonna get it right. Okay. I wish I had my scale, y'all. I would weigh that for y'all. I like to make them pretty, though. Leave that little bit there. Just got it. A big piece. But this is the way to do it. Trim it. Got that piece there. Try to get it out of there. Just a big hard piece. Okay, come back right here. Y'all, it's still, because this ain't gonna cook well for nothing if I don't get it out of there. Okay. Come back right here. Make sure you watch your hands, y'all. Cut it off. Okay. All right, y'all. Right here, I got a little hole there. Let me show it to y'all. See right there, got a little hole. I'm gonna try to even it out a little bit. Get that little piece off of there. Okay. gonna come back over here, y'all. I got it looking good. Got time. Got a little piece right here on them. Get that off. And some of this right here, man, that's on top, it's gonna cook down. And sometimes you can get them, they be already smooth. You don't have to worry about all this if you know. You don't want to. Just depends on you. When I have time. I just hate, I like for them to be already nice on top. Okay. All right, let's flip it over and see what we do right here. Okay. I want to make it beautiful. Okay. Let me see here. I got a little piece I need to trim off there. Right here. But like I say, man, it just depends on you. You know, it's left up to you. Trim it the way you want to trim it. And it's best if you can let it be kind of still cold, you know, that way you can trim it better. This one right here, I kind of thawed it out in some water. It was, I was getting in the hair, I didn't wait, thaw it out like you're supposed to thaw it out. Okay, like that. See this piece of fat right here. That's a big piece of fat, y'all. I don't know if I'll mess with it. I don't think it'll hurt anything. Let's see here. I don't want to make sure. Just want to leave a little bit on it. I want to get down there too. And that's what I believe I did. Yeah, it'll be all right. Yeah, there you go. That's what you end up getting, a lot of fat, but try to make sure you leave some on there. Once you get on that fire, you know, it's gonna melt anyway. I don't want to. See, that's what I didn't want to do that like that. I didn't want to do it, y'all, but I did. That's all right. Okay. Okay. I'll come back with just a little piece. Get this little piece right here. I mean, it's hard as a rock. But it's going to. Trim it just a little bit. Okay, I'm come back with my knife right here. It's sharp. This baby right here is sharp. Just want to get down. This is a solid piece right here, y'all. You know, I cut it earlier. Thought I had all of it, but it's all right. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Okay. I'm going to trim this up a little bit right here. Get my scissors. Okay, I got that trimmed. I'm going to come back and trim it right here. Okay. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go with it like that. I think I'm going to be fine. But if you got some sharp scissors, man, you can take your scissors and, you know, do the way you want to do it. Trim it up. Okay, that's good. Okay, y'all. Still got a little piece right here. I'm gonna see where it's cut like that, but there ain't nothing I can do about it. But I'm just gonna hang over there on that like that. I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's get this baby ready. Okay. I'll think about doing this one just with salt and pepper. You know, that's all you need: salt, pepper, and garlic. You know, but you can add as many seasons you want. But really, you know, back in 1700s, 1800s, the only thing they used was just a little salt, mostly salt, I believe. And it was out them cows. Okay, y'all, it's looking pretty good there. I like these scissors. Most of the time, you know, the only thing you need is a good knife. Okay. All right, y'all. Still got that little piece in there. It was solid, but I don't like it. I don't like it like that. This was I reckon this guy right here, man, he's probably about 35, 40 years old. He was older than me, looked like. Boy. Y'all probably laughing about that. Can't get him out. Get it out of there. I'll come back and get a little bit. I ain't gonna worry about it, man. I'm gonna let it cook it out. I didn't mean to take this long, y'all. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. That's it. And you all can see, look at all the fat, you know, right there. That was a whole lot, man, because when you get a big brisket, it usually have a lot of fat on it, a whole lot. But y'all, that don't look too bad, do it? Don't look bad at all. You know, probably about 13 or 14 pounds now. You know, I don't want to be picking it up too much. My back been bothering me, y'all. So that ain't too bad. I can pick it up as long as I'm right here. It's just when I bend over, I can't pick nothing up. I want it to be pretty. Okay. 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 All right, y'all. That's gonna be it, y'all. I'm gonna call it quits, man, and just see how everything come out like that. Oh, through a piece of meat. So, end up being pretty good, you know. All right, y'all. This thing with $1 Million Barbecue Sauce / cooking. Hey, I'll probably season it. I might season it tomorrow in the morning. I don't really feel like doing it right now, but really, you know, just put a little salt, pepper, and garlic. I might do it like that. But I just wanted to just come on and show you how big that brisket, how big it was. 17.2, and look at all that fat, you know. But you never know what's on the inside of that, y'all. You never know. Hey, this is James with $1 Million Barbecue Sauce / cooking. Hey, y'all have a beautiful Monday. I'll holler at y'all later. Bye.